concern is just the lane, because the Queen of Pain is a lane dominator. You're very happy with playing into this Pango, but it's just, can Phoenix get a little bit more out of this lane than they're expecting? Because if he does, then they also kind of struggle with dealing. Maybe he could be caught out by that static storm. I guess Frostbite's a bit of an issue as well, but I just think solely because of the matchups that we see from iG.Vitality, I'll just give them an edge. But again, if Pango has a good game, I think that could be the catalyst for success here on Team Bright.
He's going to need to. He needs to do everything in this early game. He needs to be the one to sit up for this Broodmother. Like that's where I'm expecting the rotations to come to, right? Pango to go up to Broodmother's lane, get a kill, open up the map by taking the tower, give Morphling more space to farm. It's going to be very important that he gets off to a good start here. Cheeky little plays. I think maybe trying to bait out the fact that maybe they've got a ward up on this high ground, but it's just a friendly spider. She doesn't look that friendly, though. Look at those glowing eyes.
Should we make a petition for people to stop making Broodmother sets? They keep getting scarier, set by set. They keep getting scarier. I'm not vibing with it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like these scary sets.
Doesn't feel great,
You know another thing I'm not enjoying currently?
Go on.
These goddamn new Twitch ads, and well, it's going to be different for every one of us. But are you getting the haunted ones at the moment?
No,
I'm getting some
it's not
scary.
October.
No, well, I'm getting some like there's new horror movies that are coming out, and now I'm getting them a bunch on Twitch right now when I open up streams, and I'm not enjoying the first 30 seconds of them.
Well, I'm not a horror movie enjoyer.
You are? Wait, you are or you aren't?
Not.
Okay. I've done this rant multiple times. I think people that watch that enjoy horror movies, I think something's wrong with you, but it's okay. Each to their own. Each to their own.
Unless it's for horror movies, I agree.
I don't know. Why put yourself through the torture, man? Just watch something else. Watch something pleasant. Makes you happy.
I kind of get that way with like the news as well. I'm like, man, where's some of the good news? We only really hear bad stuff happening a lot of the time. Give me some good vibes.
Do you watch the news?
Not really. Only when I'm at my parents', really.
Ugh. All right, what lane? What lane are we looking at overall?
I was looking at top a little bit just because SJ up on this top side had leveled up the Frostbite at level 1, and so they didn't actually have a way to secure these range creeps. But despite that, Ukyo has been able to just walk up and right-click a couple of them. Little surprised that that's happened, to be honest, considering you've got the Fade Bolt for that damage reduction, and then you're going to have 2 heroes just looking to CS, or co-deny rather, that creep. But the lane is still in a reasonable position for them. Probably pulled it a little bit too deep, though. You want this to stay as close to your tower as possible, and at least he's getting a lot of these last hits for himself.
And are we expecting Irving, like, he should be kind of shut down a little bit in this lane, right? As we're actually seeing them try and put some damage onto Ukyo. But, I mean, this is a Crucimaid and a Naga Siren, two of the better laning heroes to address the Brood. So if Irving gets a decent chunk out of this, he's going to be pretty happy.
Yeah, I wonder when they are going to go for that kill. Like, it's important, of course, for SJ to try and get rid of a lot of that region that they've got, and actually they're going to look to make a play onto the CM, and yep, there we go. All it takes is a second out of position, and then you can very quickly get burst down. So I was really expecting them to play a little bit more passively and then wait for that level 3, and then maybe you could look to, with the 2 points in Riptide, actually kill this Broodmother.
Well, meanwhile, bottom lane as well, we'll see how the other side lane's shaping up at the moment. The Phoenix up against the Disruptor.
Actually using a snare on the top. So it keeps them locked into position for a little bit longer, but also means that they're just lacking that additional damage that they need to be able to secure the kill. Also, with that first blood, the assist gold from the Broodmother allows him to finish assembling the Wraith Band, so gives him enough armor to not go down to 0 or negatives once that Riptide, even once it hits level 2, so he's going to be feeling just fine about that.
An individual that's not feeling too fine is Phoenix at the moment. 16 last hits compared to the 21 and 2, so The Toro's off to a pretty good start already. 2 points up in the dagger. It's gone for a 2-1-1 build. It'll come down a lot how they'll be able to play to secure the runes. Phoenix actually looking to go all the way back to base. So won't need some of the supports to try and help out at getting the water runes.
Don't hate it. I mean, it's just a free bit of regeneration. You know, Quap's probably got a little bit better movement because of how the first few levels have gone. He is going to have 2/3 of that first creep wave denied. If he's not careful, he might even get that range creep as well. Oh, never mind, he's going to be back in time. Man, if Disruptor could have stayed in that mid lane and then just immediately TP'd him back with the glimpse, that would have been lane over.
Devastating, yeah. And potentially, again, we highlighted that this Panko really is going to be that big reason of why Team Bright can potentially take this game one. So if you glimpse it back as well,
yeah,
not be a good start at all.
Then you can get away with a lot more greed. You know how strong a Naga Siren is, especially into a good matchup like this one, if you give her the space to do so. I wonder as well with Pangolier, like he's going into the arcane boots, which I don't hate. You know, again, we've seen so much disassemble of that into the Aetherlands and eventually the Octarine. But this is a game where I feel like Maelstrom is kind of warranted. They don't have ways to clear Naga illusions. They don't have ways to deal with Treants right now on their team, but and someone's going to need to do it. So who's going to win out the greed war?
Oh. Who's in trouble here out in the jungle? The Taurus should be able to win out of the man fight. Phoenix so protected with some mitigation for the moment. It will expire though. The Queen of Plains going to look to try and jump on over, but man, that is a huge kill. Yes, he has to use Rolling Thunder. I think maybe expecting that last tick of the dagger to be enough to get the kill, but he got a solo kill on the Queen of Pain without his ultimate. That is a huge win for Phoenix.
It is. I legit think he just used that Rolling Thunder for increased movement speed. He doesn't have the boots just yet, and you're going to move a little bit faster inside of that to be able to get back, build up a stack for yourself. DQQ is going to be patrolling, making sure to secure the water runes, and Totoro, he's going to get the haste bottled up. Poor Undyne. Oh! Miss uphill. See you later, Beetle. But won't get the kill. I mean, yeah, that's so important to get that solo kill right. Bring yourself up to that level 6. More importantly, deny some of that unreliable gold away from the Queen of Pain at that time. So you close the net worth gap a little bit.
Obviously, we're going to go top without the Rolling Thunder. Looks like they should be able to get the kill onto SJ. But no one... Do you like that rotation?
Not
one's
really
been at the moment.
Not if it's the siege creep wave, and it's going to result in a TP coming through on this Phoenix. If he reveals himself, he might just get glimpsed back. Ooh, DQQ. He's not willing to use it just yet, but you've still got a siege creep looking to hit into this tower.
Vice Spirit making it a little bit more of a difficult time. Regardless, though, they get some nice chunk of DPS into it. So with that first catapult, we do see all the supports looking to try and put their attention on that mid lane. So it's going to free up some of the side lanes, in particular Morphling. He's off to a great start here. Top of the net worth for Heart. He's already got the treads and got plenty of stat items as well to enable him to continue to play this lane. They've got to be cautious though, because Tax on the Nature's Prophet is level 6, so he's got that Wrath of Nature. We might see him look to get active early on, but anymore, once again, it's going to be SJ that gets taken care of. Irving and Imitator, they've done a very good job to be able to punish the Crystal Maiden whenever she's caught out of position, but they might be able to find a rebuttal here for iG.Vitality. Help with the damage from the Wrath of Nature. Looks like Totoro should be able to jump on over the top. The Queen of Pain's going to be rewarded for that kill.
They actually get the first kill of the entire game as well on iG.Vitality. Probably a little bit belated as, well, we actually get a glimpse back onto Phoenix.
Oof. Look to activate the Rolling Thunder. Doesn't want to go back in for DQQ. He's got to be cautious though. The right clicks. No way he missed. I don't know if that would have been enough, but regardless, missing on the high ground. The Phoenix gets a kill onto DQQ as well. So you also take the power rune away from the Queen of Pain. So again, some nice individual things going the way of Team Bright.
There are, but again, you forced out that Rolling Thunder, right? It's good that you don't get the kill, of course, but he's still level 7. He's still got plenty of points of the Swashbuckle, so you can just look to not lane into the Queen of Pain. Just keep those lanes shoved out. You do kind of need to be a playmaker still, but you can shove lanes out to be able to do that, I suppose. I think he's happy enough with the greed, and he is actually going into that Maelstrom. They realize that they just do not have ways to deal with this army of units.
One of the armies going to go down. Irving's going to try and turn on Ukio, though. Going to get the last little bit of damage required. It's not going to be the case. iG.Vitality, I'll find their second kill. First one onto the Spider. Looking to try and slow down her early timing. But
ended up eating his own tree on Ukio as well, so plenty of regen coming through from him on the Naga Siren.
This is still a Morphling that is going completely uncontested at the moment down bottom, and is this got to be something that iG.Vitality need to be kind of talking about on how they can address the Morphling with free farm?
But I mean, what do you really do? You don't have any stuns on your team. You've got roots, but Morphling's still going to be able to get the attribute shift off, and with him being level 8, he's probably not going to be in a position to die here. So I don't think they're going to look to make any kind of moves onto him until the Disruptor is at least level 6. So maybe they look to give him the tome here at the 10-minute mark.
Okay, so could it just be... Obviously hold that, Phoenix. Really first time we're going to see an aggressive use of the Rolling Thunder to try and provide them a kill and slam away the life of the Crystal Maiden. So Eshe gone. Nice little power rune for Phoenix to look to work with as well. So with that Static Storm, would you like to see them then go bottom, combine with the Nature's Prophet, get the kill, maybe even just regardless shove the Morphling out of the lane and look to unlock the map?
Yeah, I think you have to. You know, like... if he gets the Strength Morph off, does he die? I don't know if he does. Like, he's got the Infused Raindrops, he's level 8. Seems kind of strong at this stage. I mean, DQQ's coming down towards this bottom side, and, well, he'd just previously bought a Windlace, so he's not going to have the money for the Tome of Knowledge for this next little bit. They're giving him a little bit of solo farm here, but you have to wonder how much of that is going to be just
top lane,
putting himself at risk.
Nice smoke rotation for iG.Vitality. The tower will go down. It looks like they still will be able to get the kill nonetheless. Even Tax is wanting to get involved as well here for the Nature's Prophet, who is going for more of maybe a scaling build, so to say. Like, he's gone this Maelstrom first. I know sometimes we can see the Scepter first, but maybe he just wants this farming accelerant, and then he can go back into that item if required.
I suppose. I mean, you've got the Naga Siren to somewhat deal with the Spiderlings, but I think you might just want that farming accelerant for yourself and then get into a bit more of the utility. You still need a way to be able to keep those lanes pushed away from your side of the base, especially with how good of a laning stage Bride have had. You know, I'm sure they weren't expecting for the Pango to be essentially level with the Queen of Pain in net worth. There we go, DQQ. Yeah. He's level 6 now. As soon as he hits it, he leaves the lane. So Tax is going to be like, all right, well, I'm going to be moving over here. I'm going to be taking it. You've got a Smoke Deceit purchased up by him. So really wouldn't be surprised to see these three go for a bit of a smoke together. Sonic Wave of Bevel. Oh, I think they might just be waiting for this Witchblade, but nope. They go for the smoke anyway. 10 gold short, but if you're going to go for this smoke, I feel like you need to connect onto a high priority target, and for me, it's that Morphling.
They're going to look to go inside their own jungle to try and protect it. It's a great combo of ultimates. The Supernova is going to be laid down, but it's directly on top of iG.Vitality, so they can address it and look to turn to deal with the other components of Team Bride. As what a fight from iG.Vitality. They get aggressive inside their own jungle and find 3 kills as a reward.
Yeah, they end up losing an Observer Ward for it on both sides, actually. But, yeah, if you're not going to catch the Morphling, catching a core +1 is always going to be a good thing. And then they just get the cleanup, of course, on the Rubik at the end of it all. So, yeah, nicely done. You just see Totoro, again, realizing his role in this game. Not a lot of Queen of Pains want to go essentially, well, let's call it second item. Witchblade's cheapish for a first item, but like second item BKB. Like this is something that he is going to be going on to the front lines. The support, all of their damage is going to come from magic, and you know, Broodmother not joining early fights, Morphling not really joining too many early fights, so it's just about being able to survive the stuns and everything else to lock yourself in position. He's fine.
Yeah, nice TP. Very nice TP.
They're looking for a trade.
Pretty.
Bottom tier 1 doesn't feel as great as the mid tier 1, but still going to open up the map for the Naga Siren to be able to play with.
Yeah, nice read as well for Bright. I mean, they know that a couple of ultimates had to be expended for iG.Vitality to win that previous team fight, so it was a bit of an opening for them to be able to take that tower. That's all the tier 1's gone as well, so Bright been able to definitely open up the map to their advantage. You're now about to have a double damage rune for Phoenix to work with. He's got Maelstrom and level 10, in fact. Actually going to give the bottle to the Morphling, so they considering about maybe an early Roche off the back of this?
Can they Roche, really? I'm not sure about this. Ukyo is holding on to no points at the moment, so he doesn't have the Song of the Siren available. They see him walking around underneath the Observer Ward, and, well, they seem blissfully unaware that this is going on, because they've got pretty decent Roshan taking potential. Rather contesting.
Irving? He's going to charge up the higher gun, but the rest of iG.Vitality, they've smoked to the neighborhood. Let's see if they want to take the team fight even into the Aegis. Yuko's going to try and TP out, but that'll be stopped short. A quick use of the adaptive strike means that the Naga Siren will be the only casualty, but I mean, Team Bright have to be so happy. They get the kill, and now you have the Aegis onto a Morphling who's been uncontested so far in this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Whenever you're playing these squishier supports, are they going to put the kinetic field or use the Crystal Nova on this high ground? You've got multiple heroes with the abilities to see if they've got this warded, and eventually they're going to do it, but you might just end up losing a support for it.
They
very,
will.
very
Now,
slow.
I was going to say, maybe you can look to try and connect it. I mean, you're so close to the tier 2 tower, so already hearts here. Irving's got some spiders to play with. Down at the south, looks like they will get the kill onto the Phoenix, so it was expended. Sonic Wave, Static Storm, Totoro.
That's a lot.
So already look for Imitator. Is Glimpse up? It will be. So DQQ is going to be able to stop the TP as well. So they do get 2 kills on iG.Vitality, but they are losing a tier 2 tower.
Yeah, I don't think they care at all about losing those 2. Again, you're using multiple ultimates to kill a support. These are ultimates that you need because of your lack of frontline to be able to take out the much higher priority targets in that Nature's Prophet, in that... in that Morphling, in that Pango.
Oh, Team Bright going to be very happy with the position they are in at this stage of the game. 2,000 net worth lead. Not a crazy lead, but just a map control for them. Irving can just look to completely take away this top jungle, and we already know that Naga, she takes away a lot of the farm as well, so we might see some of the Dire supports, maybe even some of the other cores as well, struggle to keep up in net worth compared to Yukio on the Naga.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is really going to be on the back of Yukio to be able to claw this one back for iG.Vitality. You're playing down an Aegis, you're playing with not much map. They finally are allowed to get down a couple of wards. Is DQQ going to try and lay down a super aggressive one? Yes, he will. Right behind the tower.
Oh, all right.
I don't hate
Supernova's
it.
going to be...
Just not wanting to give people up for free. They know that there's no glyph available, so they want to be able to defend this tier 2 if they absolutely need to, but... Well, maybe Bright are also thinking, you know what, they don't have glyph either, so we can just push into tier 2 mid. Why not?
Damn, the Morph is going Butterfly next item.
All right. Naga doesn't love buying MKB.
Starting to bring some members over to set up for a defense. Ready to have a pretty good cliff ward that's scouting out the angle of some of the other components moving on over. Put the Klims back hard. Could have been some trouble. Static Storm laid down, but keep in mind... Oh, wow. They got the shard already on Imitator. That is one of the better ways to look to address the Disruptor combo Imitator. Beautiful first item, and well, they won't even deal with the Aegis.
And they're going to protect their vision as well. They're not just going to blindly hit up into this tier 2 tower when they know all the boys are around. They got to protect that high ground vision that they've got so that they're not getting flanked, and they're also just going to play a super deep one as well to look to potentially punish Ukyo if he makes a movement back. So I know it's a mid Pangolier, but really wouldn't hate seeing him go something like a Lotus Orb next, just to be able to get rid of the silence on either himself or the Morphling if he gets caught out there. I know Morph has the Manta style, but there are times where perhaps you Manta off something else that you feel has a higher priority.
Top tower is under attack.
It's also kind of a insurance for late game, because more than likely we're going to see hexes come out. If you're struggling with a little bit of control, that's one way to address the Morphling. So even later on, you've already got that item to help protect him as well.
For sure.
If we even get to that stage, though, when Yukio, yes, he's getting farm. Nature's Prophet's farmed up incredibly well as well. I mean, I'm honestly quite surprised with that Aegis, actually how much that iG.Vitality were still able to get across the map. Like, the net worth lead is not growing. We see what Tax is able to do is just farm it over towards Radiance on Triangle, so he's doing his best to try and take away some of that more aggressive farm and allow the rest of the team to catch up as well. But Team Bright, they're going to look to smoke. That the Aegis will just expire, though, so they won't have this second life to play with.
Really wanted to see him go for a quick courier snipe there on the Nature's Prophet, but won't be quite so lucky. You've got a Yule Scepter available on this Phoenix as well in just about 600 gold, so he's going to have a little bit of save for all of those roots to be able to perhaps survive a little bit of the Static Storm, not have to pop the Supernova quite as aggressively as he has been. Also looking to prioritize, of course, the levels on the Phoenix. You know, important to get those ultimates up as quickly as possible, so I don't think he took the first tome, but big supporter of him getting this one. That Sunray is going to come in clutch in these next few fights, especially as the Naga Siren starts to grow. You can see she's going for the heart, so that might end up doing the majority of the damage to the Naga Siren in these next few fights.
And bro, where they looking to try and go with this smoke was onto 2, thinking Metator and Irving. So that is some of the difficulties with how deep they're going to be able to get inside the jungle of iG.Vitality. So no one's going to be caught out for the moment. They're starting to trail the Naga's location, though. But again, with the illusions, it is giving them some information to work with. You guys are going to be pretty cautious, though. They're going to see him shortly with this cliff ward. Phoenix actually going to use a Rolling Thunder, get on top of the Queen of Pain down at the stairwell. Is there going to be any follow-up from the boys, though? They've got their own fight breaking up to the north. Phoenix finally able to get on top of Tax. The song used, but it's not going to be enough to keep alive. It will at least address the Supernova, though. And now they can look to turn as well, setting up for the Static Storm, laying down just onto the Broodmother's heart. I mean, it's taken too long to show up on the Morphling. Finally, he'll look to waveform in, but they've got no control to hide down iG.Vitality, so a great in and out from the boys on Die. They'll get a couple kills and they won't be penalized for that.
The power glimpse. He wasn't quite on point with the Manta style to be able to dodge that one out. He joins the fight off of the back of TPing into the outpost. Instant glimpse back. Doesn't have a BKB, so he can't look to just take the skill element out of it. And then even just that second time where he's coming with the double damage rune to try and influence the fight, it glimpses back off cooldown. So he just uses it again and they get away with murder.
I think there was a Reddit thread that I saw maybe a week ago on...
There's a way to time it or whatever.
Yes, how people get so good at doing the Disrupt the Glimpse, and what it is, someone showed the play perspective of someone, and when you get Glimpse, you look at the location that you're getting sent to, because there's like a trail, and then the ball, and you can see, of course, when it's about to end, and then you pop it. So it's not like an internal thing. You actually need to look back at where you're getting glimpsed at location.
Yeah,
and then
it
you
takes
should be
a
able to
different
read
amount
the
of time depending on how far away the person is. So it's... I mean, I'm the type of person that even with that like Manta Dodge Trainer arcade game, when you know exactly when it's coming, I can't get it. So it is still a skill element at the end of the day.
Are there any arcade games that you like in the client? I know for a long time that I was enjoying, like this was years ago now, like the Tower Defender ones. My cousin and I had a great couple of weekends spamming out them.
I'm not a big tower defense sort of guy. I'm a fan of just some good old Dota run. You know, the Mario Kart one where you're all playing Maranas.
Wait. Oh, that one is sick. I really enjoy that one. It's hard to get a lobby though, which I find is the issue.
I'm always available. Just saying.
All right. We've got to get some of the Oz boys then, I suppose. That's all we need. Plethora them in the Discord.
That's what we need. More excuses for them to rage.
Oh, come on. They'll be all right. I want some overthrow lobbies as well. I mean, everyone, I hear...
I'm going to be playing overthrow when the patch comes out, because that is the quickest way to test stuff out and see just how strong it is, just because of how quickly you get your levels, how strong it is at different power spikes. And it's just a bit of fun, low stakes. And you got to avoid, like, let's call them brainlets that tend to come out when a big new patch drops, and they're like, let's see if this works. And I'm probably included in that bunch.
I've heard multiple times now 33 on Tundra actually speak about playing overthrow. Like, he doesn't...
As a bit of a dojo?
Yeah, yes, as a bit of a dojo. Like, in a fun way, but also he can kind of practice a little bit. Of course, it's not, directly related in-game, but it was a very interesting to hear him bring it up a couple times on some streams when he drops into Gork stream and talk about it. What's going on here, Ukio? Oak's got a pretty good position to scout them out. Phoenix, look for the drive-by, but there's going to be no follow-up, though.
Now you've got no front line. No rolling
some trouble,
thunder.
Irving is.
They can afford to just walk up to this, I feel.
I think that's the case as well, although they're doing a pretty good job to protect Irving. And importantly, their ward as well.
I really feel like they can get a whole lot more aggressive than they have been. Like, you've got a Morphling that's morphed into the Naga, so he's spamming those mirror images whenever he can. They're going to have an understanding that they're at least attempting Roche, but surely you just cast Sprout up on the high ground.
He's in some trouble. Scepter's going to be able to set up, but again, the telekinesis sends him out of the static storm. They've got the glimpse, though. So Phoenix will go down. He doesn't have a buyback to look to rejoin the team fight as well. This is a big opening for iG.Vitality, but do they have a way to address the Morphling? A waveform over the river. He's trying to lock onto his target, but again, they're doing such a good controlling factor to hold the Morphling down into place, and as a result, multiple members are going to go down. Phoenix gets bashed. Roche in the end will get the kill. iG.Vitality, though, I mean, they'll find a 4-for-2 exchange, a very messy fight. They're still onto Ukio. It's like with the Sun, he's going to be able to escape.
They can just Roche, surely, off the back of this. They've got the important heroes in the Broodmother, and the Morphling here could potentially... I guess you don't really need to keep some Spiderling up on the high ground. You've still got that ward available. They're going to do their best to try and quickly get the D-ward off, but you can just see Irving looking to try and put his body in the way. But again, this is a Broodmother off lane, not a BKB bias, so... That kinetic field just stops him in his tracks. If they can delay this for another 15 seconds, they've got Static Storm again, so they're going to try and use the mirror images to do that. Oh, I don't hate this. It's going to push him back.
No, I like it a lot. Oh, the BKB jump in! Oh, he wasn't able to pick it up. The Tora now committed inside the pit. He might be in trouble. Still, there's no way to hold him down, so... He'll escape, and unfortunately, the Crystal Maiden will not have the same fate. And in the end, the Aegis, did the Quap get the shard? I think she did. Yeah, she got the shard, it looks like. So at least she was able to steal something.
All right. Small wins coming through. And you're still farming on this Nature's Prophet, right? It's always the case. We're always going to go back to it. It's going to be the dead lane of, the next few months. Nature's Prophet is farming. And why not? If you've got a busted hero, exploit it to its fullest extent. No outpost to TP to, no boots of travel, no tier 2 tower. So this bottom side of the map is completely his. When they TP in response to it, what does he do? He just goes top. Why not?
And could this be like a turning point for iG.Vitality with how farm the Nature's Prophet is at the later stage? Like, you have an offlaner that's going to scale much, much better than the Broodmother. I mean, he's already got a 6,000 net worth advantage over his counterpart, so Is this kind of something that iG.Vitality can use to their advantage as we go later and later?
Well, I was about to say, like, turning point, I'd say he's in a pretty good spot right now, right? They got a 5-6K net worth lead at the moment. Sure, you're down an Aegis, but I feel like, yeah, when you've got these strong scaling cores and a pretty good, like, carry-to-carry matchup, carry-to-off-lane matchup as well in that Naga Siren against the Morphling and the Broodmother, you can be feeling pretty satisfied. You've got to make sure you're not getting backstabbed like this, though.
So use a defensive static storm. DQQ will still go down.
Didn't use that Ogre Seal Totem to get away. If you're not going to go a 4-star, you've got to make sure that you're using every tool possible to be able to put yourself onto that front lines. And this is the weakness, right? They don't have a Tusk. They don't have a Tiny. They don't have a Clockwork. They don't have even an Enchantress. Some of these tankier supports to be able to soak up that sort of gank. Especially if you're not going to use your neutral items. If Disruptor gets caught, he's just done.
They're high grounding?
They're considering it. iG.Vitality looking to try and make a decision by using these Naga illusions to push into the top tower. Disruptor's up in 5 seconds.
Look at a glyph out of it. Maybe force some heroes back. But even with the respawn, they still feel strong enough. So Heart's still got this Aegis to work with. See how they can mount the defense. Tier 3's already gone. Response bash. Pax is in the middle of it all. He's going to be protected for the moment. Simultaneously, Totoro looks to deal with the backline. Rubik's cleaned up. And they're going to be able to reset the position. But a bit was forced out, though.
Static Storm in 1 second.
And some ultimates.
Oh, you can get it onto Phoenix and the Broodmother if you're really wanting to, but they're not wanting to walk past this Morphling.
Great position for the Morph, just recognizing his true strength. And you always got the Sunray in the backup of Phoenix as well, getting into the middle.
I feel like they missed a big opportunity with that song, to be honest. There was no Rubik to be... Oh, are they going to catch this Naga Siren? You're taking a lot of damage, my guy.
Great Supernova. Dead inside the middle. Totoro's going to look to try and turn to bring it down, but he himself doesn't have the right clicks, and as a result, no way does he live to the Fire Spirits. Bottle sips Totoro. He's going to be okay, and now with the Morphling. Oh, no, no, no. This is too deep, my friend. Was it he's got to escape? He's in some trouble. Tries to play around with the Manta dodge, but he's rooted into place. The butterfly evasion's not going to be enough for iG.Vitality. They find a gigantic kill. Tax is already looking for more. Somehow, Phoenix is able to find a TP out location, so he's going to be able to escape, but Irving will not have the same fate. So in the end, iG.Vitality, yes, you lose the full set of barracks, but you will get some consolation prizes and a couple of kills.
Yeah, just the first death on that Morphling. It's a dieback as well on the Broodmother. They'll see with the high death timer on that. So they really want to look to get out onto the map, take that last tier 2 away from Team Bright, and even potentially look into a high ground. Again, this isn't exactly a lineup where you need to put yourself up there. You know, and if anyone steps out of position, you could potentially look to make this play with DQQ. You know, Ogre Seal Totem forward, get a Static Storm onto the Pangolier if he's not going to use the Rolling Thunder. But right now, again, despite being that lane of racks down, they've got the net worth lead, 8K now. Previously, it was sitting at 5, and they're just going to look to grow onto that. They've even got an AC on the Nature's Prophet, so they've got a lot of defense and sieging potential. They just need one fight to truly work their way. Really don't hate Taxco on this Enchanted Quiver either, right? All of that magic damage and True Strike against a Butterfly Morphling is going to feel really nice. The ability to just occasionally whack that Rolling Thunder from afar, not needing to get right up into things. It's not like Nature's Prophet likes building a Dragon Lance, so anything that's just going to give him that little bit of extra attack range is going to be a big plus.
I'm going to go Satanic too, so
he just wants to be able to stand and fight.
Yeah, and they don't really have a lot of stuns to prevent that. Maybe Lucky Shot could be a bit of an issue, but as long as you got BKB activated, you're going to be okay. It still does go the Sprout leashes as well. Horse is not going to have that value versus the Pangolier, so Phoenix is going to be okay.
Feels pretty good against Morphling, though.
The fights. That is true, yeah.
New BKB on him for the next little bit. Oh, he's got the gold almost for it. I think he might just be looking to see what talent Tax went for, and with that one, he instantly looks to buy up the BKB, feeling like he needs it in response, but he himself has almost reached his level 20 for waveform attacking targets, so that plus Satanic, you can't think of a much better combination out there in Dota. Just back to full HP, essentially.
Dire are scanning.
But even then, though, iG.Vitality continuing to scale. Because they're having quite the game.
I like that they're not just... Tax has been farming very aggressively, but he realizes that no one's been showing on the map for quite some time. So just back off into the trees, use the Wrath of Nature to keep the lanes pushed. They saw that he'd right-clicked a Spiderling that had spotted him out, but by the time they make a rotation from mid to bottom, he'll have TP'd away. And yeah, he's already going back towards the Ancient camp. Even just making sure to TP right next to the camp as well, on the Dire side of the map, and away from any potential high ground cliff ward that he has to play with.
Yep. I feel like for me, in regards to Team Bright, maybe this late game X Factor could come down to some of their supports. I mean, the Rubik and the Phoenix both scale incredibly well. We've already seen what the Rubik can do against the Disruptor, so I'm honestly like, he does have Scepter queued up on Disruptor, which I am intrigued if it continues to go down that route, just because, again, with the Rubik being such a response. But Phoenix, we've seen what he's able to do inside the team fights as well. If he can find his levels, he's got that Ag Shard, he's got that 10 talent, so he can do a lot of damage as well, which can kind of help out, as we might see on this occasion. Angro's going to be able to get into the middle, and they'll address the Disruptor with ease. Unfortunately, Roche is not up. It's going to be a pretty long Roche spawn for them, so they won't be able to get any objective off the back of this.
No, they will not. Disruptor as well, almost level 15. So he's very close to having that extra couple of seconds on the static storm duration, especially around this Roche fight. That's going to be really key. You know, just having that extra little bit of area denial, I guess you could call it, right? Because what's the BKB status right now? Yeah, nothing on Brood, nothing on Rubik, nothing on Phoenix, nothing on the Pangolier. Although Pango is closing in on that Aghanims for himself. And, well, he's got the Basher, he's got the Maelstrom to be able to play around with, he's got the level 15 talent as well. So, yeah, not looking too bad for him.
It's a gigantic wave down bottom for Phoenix. No, don't leave.
He's just looking to be, okay, I thought he was looking to be safe and just attack him from afar with that extra swashbuckle slash range. And oh, someone's going to need to address it. There we go. Maybe seeing if he can bait out another TP back. And he will. Morphling's coming back. That's probably the big win. Never mind. Cancels it. Realizing how important it is for them to stick around this Roche pit.
A lot of damage into the tower, though. It's no joke, tier 3 down to half, and don't really have to commit too heavily.
I think it really matters. They've still got that outpost.
The team are starting to move on over towards the Broodmother as well, and with this location playing aggressively, they're going to be able to get that ward on the cliff, which is ever so vital to Radiant's potential success in this upcoming fight.
They claim the hill. This is the definition of King of the Hill here. Should be able to get away with the Glimmer Cape onto himself, and yeah, priority number one is just take back control of this. Roshan is back up. Mid lane's pushing out, so they're forcing them to make potentially tough decisions. I wonder if they go for a bit of a smoke here and a full-on wrap around to the left-hand side of the Roche pit, but it's not like Bright are lacking in vision on that side either.
And their lanes are in such a... Yeah.
If they take third Roche, though, that's pretty important. Extra Rolling Thunder. I don't know. They don't take it fast enough.
Do you even consider about the song just to stall? They're going to try and smoke and move around. Ukir, what's the position? They get a glimpse of Phoenix. Oh, Roche, it's going to go down. So Age is picked up. They've got all the components. All they got was a tier 3 tower off the back of that. So iG.Vitality a little bit in two minds on what they wanted to do. They still will get the kill onto the Broodmother though. So Irving glimpse back. Side the pit. Ukir is going to be up to a dominating streak. Regardless, so for Team Bright, you've got the Ages and the cheese onto the Morphling, and Brood is currently holding the Refresher Shard, which we'll probably see swapped over to someone else.
I mean, that came down to a matter of seconds as well, didn't it? I mean, if the Disruptor's a little bit sooner, drops the kinetic field inside the pit, then you probably do commit that song that you were talking about to be able to try and steal away that Roshan. But the fact that he wasn't able to do that means that, yeah, you just get away for free with that one on the Morphling, and well, he's nearly picked up a Daedalus for himself. So that's the period where I'm really feeling that Team Bright are going to be in a really solid place, despite the fact that they've been able to secure all 3 Roshans so far this game, right? It still doesn't feel like they're in a really solid position to close out this game. But once they've got that additional layer of damage, that's when I'm going to be feeling much more confident, and it becomes that true 4 Protect 1.
Is it enough, though, that 4 Protect 1?
Don't think you can man fight into the Naga yet. I really feel like that it's still going to be Phoenix's job to deal with the majority of the Naga Siren's health. So it's just a matter of taking care of these heroes that are going to make Phoenix have a harder time. And so I would say for that note, probably it's on Totoro, right? He's got that Aghanim Shard, so multiple ways to get the silence off. He's diving in super deep, get the BKB, yada, yada, yada. So if you're able to quickly lock him down with like a blink in on the Rolling Thunder from Phoenix, get a lucky bash from the shield crash proc with the Aghanim Scepter, and then just Morphling waveform in shotgun before he's able to get the BKB off. That's a great start for Bright in this next team fight that they're hoping to take. Just free up the Phoenix to have a free fight.
Yeah. Must say, I hope they don't do this again to us, though, with picking the Phoenix, having a player called Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. We already have Undying, but no Undying.
Yeah. Well, at least it
Speaking
would
of
be
Phoenix,
okay.
they're prioritizing him. I mean, Totoro's got eyes on him.
He was going to be able to protect him for the moment. Looking for the Rolling Thunder to get inside the middle.
Doesn't even need to Sonic
They
Wave.
will still get the kill, though, nonetheless. And Totoro, you can look to jump on away.
There's that BKB I was talking about, right? If you're not getting that chain stun through from the Pangolier, you're really not caring at all. Ukyo is actually going to be man-fighting against Heart here. They dropped the Static Storm, but for what? No one wants to fight into this, and he's still got the Aegis for the next 2 minutes.
Oh,
so
for the other... Oh, no. Imitator was just a little bit too late with that telekinesis. Totoro's just destroying them, man. Look at the Quap. He's doing work. Stolen Sonic Wave. Who cares? Totoro doesn't give a damn. There's a brawl going on inside the river as well.
They killed them all.
Against the world, but he doesn't have the boys. Pango's going to try and respawn and help him out. It will activate the BKB. He's got the refresher shot as well, just in case he needs a second round of it. What can they look to do with the song? They're going to try and set up and surround the Morphling. Maybe they want to go for the other components. Phoenix turns it back onto the Queen of Pain, though. First hit, Bash and Heart is in with the cleanup.
just went a tiny bit too deep there. He had 5 seconds left on the BKB. If he has that one, he's totally fine. He's not going to get burst down like that without the Rolling Thunder. So, yeah, I was thinking maybe they would go for a glimpse back onto the Morphling as he's trying to run away, but the song comes out instead. And it just prevents them from being able to isolate him inside of that low ground on the river. So, a couple of mistakes coming out from both teams, to be honest. But despite all this, despite a few deaths that probably didn't need to happen on the back of the Queen of Pain, they're just going to keep pushing on forward.
Let's see what they're going to be able to get here. No, I mean, you need to get more. Oh, my lord. Look at the damage.
Naga does a lot.
Oh, and Tax does as well. He's going to stand strong under the cover of the BKB. The mano a mano. The Morphling might be able to come out on top of the waveform aggressively inside the base. Finally, Team Bright able to get some big kills off the back of this, but they're going to be cautious, though.
A little low on mana.
He's out of mana. He doesn't have enough for the BKB. Still protected with a Satanic once again, so he's going to be able to zone away iG.Vitality, but they might need to look for the reset. Still in some trouble. You got the Quap in 5 seconds. BKB will be forced out, but how do you reset your positioning? Not enough mana for the BKB, nor the waveform. So it's going to be a forced retreat here, but it's not going to be an easy one. At that, as Toro jumps over the top. Finishing blow, they get rid of Heart. Beautifully done. I mean, Totoro's done a great job so far this game. 10-8. We saw a struggle with being able to address the Pango in the lane, but it doesn't matter. His team fight has been on point.
He's going to become even better. He's working towards that Scythe of Vice off the back of a few great hero plays that he's made. And well, he's even got an illusion rune to be able to play with as well. So might try and avoid some of that lockdown that gets put onto him in this next little bit. They want to try and force the Morphling buyback for sure, though. He's going to take away the outpost for them to be able to play around with. You've got a Nature's Prophet coming up in 25 seconds. So, yeah, you're going to have a good 25 seconds with a 5v4 situation unless you want to give a big win condition over to iG.Vitality with that Morphling buyback. For now, I think they're just going to take the safer route, take the tier 2 mid, and then by the time that the Nature's Prophet's up, you can actually look to go high ground.
And you've got the Aghanims on DQQ, so if Rubik's not watching or Telekinesis is already used, or even if it's on the different side of the map, that is pretty much a guaranteed kill. They keep tabs on that for Team Bright.
Last clip of the game, though.
We honestly might be in Rapier territory for the Morphling. I think you're going to have to get pretty crazy here shortly. I mean, he's got 4,400 gold in the bank. Currently, it's a Swiftling queued up, but it really just feels like it's him against the world. And
so
when you're down,
I think they could still do it.
Okay.
But, like, you've just got the Scythe of Vice on the Pango, right? So it gives you a way to be able to actually kill this Naga Siren. Naga's the one that's providing all the concerns right now. So if you're able to get in onto him, use the Blink Dagger, Scythe of Vice into, you know, the Rolling Thunder, Swashbuckle, Adaptive Strike, plus Sunray, all that in combination together, you should be able to kill off this Naga. And, I mean, she's got buyback, sure, but that's really the thing that stopped you from continuously pushing up onto this high ground. There's these damn illusion, they just keep running forward at you, right? They've got 4.2k HP. It's too much.
Yep. It is too much indeed. Ukyo himself is even going for a Hex, so he's got enough gold if he wants it. It's just going to be a question on the buybacks, if they even feel if it's required. Maybe what he's going to put in.
I'm liking the Blink Dagger coming up next as well from Heart. Really does feel like he needs to find that backline. Disruptor is probably the key target as well. Just taking away that Aghanim Static Storm is going to be vital towards any sort of chances. You need to make sure that you can be playing aggressively, full Agimorphed if you can afford to, but not caught in it if you need to make a bit of a defensive movement back. As they are, like we've been saying, lacking the damage a little bit. Burst damage in particular outside of this Morphling.
And well, unfortunately for Radiant, the Spiderlings are just going to expire as soon as Roche spawns, so I will get confirmation. I mean, if anything has gone right for Team Bright this game, it has been fights around the pit. And even though they've never really had the net worth lead, they've been able to find all three Roshans, and we'll see if they'll be able to find the fourth somehow down 26,000 gold.
I feel like this one's probably going to be favoring iG.Vitality a little bit. You've got that Wrath of Nature constantly keeping lanes shoved in. You've got Nature's Prophet TPing down bodies, level 26 now, so he can just TP wherever the hell he wants. Just summon some treants and you can afford to get out. So
they're playing
annoying.
very passive though.
On IG?
Yeah.
I guess they don't exactly have anything confirmed. Like, you just look at what the warding situation is, right? Roshan is dead in the middle point of where Dire have the vision on the right side, Radiant have it on the left. So no one wants to crush that threshold, but eventually when they see one more person coming back to the base in that Broodmother outside of the Pangolier, they're like, right, Roshan's free for us, and they get their first one of the whole game, giving over the Aghanim Scepter to the Naga Siren as well. So now Pango actually has a way to be locked down inside of that Rolling Thunder. So it's a question of, like, who do you even go on, right? Like, you need to kill the Disruptor to be able to start things off with, but if you do, then you're just going to be locked into place, and you've got a Quap and a Nature's Prophet that's just going to be right-clicking you.
Oh, Phoenix. He'll charge up the Rolling Thunder. It's a lot of damage early on to the Queen of Pain with the bounce back, and they're going to be able to blow up the Toro. He does still have the second life to work with. The back of the respawn, still a lot committed early on for Team Bright, and the Toro, he's okay. Gets the blink away under the cover of the BKB. Now iG.Vitality, they can look to try and swing into the middle.
I don't know if they need to go up onto this high ground. They don't have vision. They're going to use Totoro to do it, but this is a guy without BKB. He's got the refresher for sure, but maybe getting a little bit confident here. Good cure. Just a little short on the level 25 for the Morphling as well. Would love to have that. The additional waveform cooldown reduction. Just enables you to man fight so much more with that Satanic as well. As well, someone needs to address this bottom side. And
yeah, and as a result, now they're not going to have all their members for the fight. Heart, very early use to the BKB. This is now not available, and Ukyo senses a sign of weakness.
Totoro used his too, though.
Catch them up. They're going to be able to waveform away.
He's been able to keep this Aeon disc available as well on Phoenix. So not committing himself too heavily, but I mean, it still just does come down to this Naga Siren is a lot to deal with. If you can get Phoenix up to level 20, that'd be a big benefit for you as well. Just get that extra 1.5% max health damage on the Sunray.
That was a big reason why they were able to kill the Queen of Pain prior on that first life. Yeah, it's also the stuns with the Pain Go, but like he's really going to be their second main damage source, I think, inside a lot of these team fights. If he can get like a full duration out of Sunray, maybe a second one inside the Supernova as well. So a lot of attention has to be put on trying to shut down Undying here with the Phoenix. So see if they can get him towards the levels. I mean, you do have that 50-minute mark coming up shortly, so probably going to give him the tome. He's almost got a Hex as well completed, so more than likely see him buy out for that. At least the couriers. No. Somehow the
big items coming up. Double Scythe device for Bright. You've got a Revenant's Brooch coming up shortly for Totoro. So,
yeah, coming out. They want nothing to do with it. Oh, we got a bash. Oh, I didn't know that was very interesting. How you could do that animation where you rolled up and then you swashbuckle and it instantly doesn't.
It always goes
connection.
Through. Yep. Okay. Kind of like Sharpshooter.
And off to the right side,
all right. 36k down, but not out. And you're level 25 on the Morphling, you're level 20 on the Phoenix. He's got that extra Sunray damage. They've got double Scythe. This is very winnable for Team Bright.
17% probability as well. I mean, Dota Plus is kind of feeling like the same. There's a weird kind of feeling about this game currently at the moment.
Not sure what the Revenant's Brooch interaction is like. I guess it's not targeted, right? So the Lincolns isn't going to do anything from the Morphling to be able to deal with it. So now with that BKB down at 6 seconds, it's going to give a lot of value with the True Strike against the Butterfly, of course.
On the other side of the map, Totoro's trying to kill off Phoenix.
Won't be able to do so.
Won't be able to pop the Aeon.
Or if he's able to just get, like, commit a little bit more aggressively and maybe interrupt his TP back, that would have been huge. Turn it into a 4v3 situation.
Gotta be so cautious about that static storm. It's either difficult to use with Imitator potentially being nearby. So it looks like the kill attacks won't really provide them a whole lot. They're going to be able to get some map control. What are we chuckling at?
I think Nagasara just used reel in despite having no ensnares out. And it just, I was like, what is that singing kind of song sound thing? And I think it was just the reel in. He just used it because why not? It doesn't cost any mana.
Why not? Why does it not cost any mana?
I don't know. Do you think it's worth any mana?
It's horrible. It's horrible. Yeah, please, don't get me wrong. It's like, it's a useless spell, but a lot of spells cost mana active, so... Is there any active that doesn't? I'm trying to think now.
Don't make me
There
think.
must be. Yeah, there's so many abilities. There must be. We have not... Yeah, not this hour, 3 p.m., but we're running on a couple hours of sleep, so... It's all right, I'll let it slide just today, Mr. Analyst.
Naga's half a level away from 25 as well. Obviously, as this hero, you use your illusions for a lot of your farming potentials, so you're not going to reach that level 25 as quickly as some of these others. So could be big if he's able to get up into that one. The extra Riptide armor reduction could be huge, but it really still feels like they don't have a way to deal with these Naga illusions outside of the Pangolier still. So I wouldn't begrudge him going into the Mirror Image cooldown as well.
Again?
At least he didn't buy back. That is an Aghanim's Blessing finished up for the Morphling as well.
He's running underneath the outpost. Hard. Is this really the call? Sunray's on cooldown for the Phoenix, so we can't protect him, and they just blow him up. And number the Phoenix as well, they're going to be able to cancel his TP too, so... I mean, they got a huge small victory with killing off the Nature's Prophet, and straight away, iG.Vitality hit back.
At this stage of the game, with how tense it is, with how long your death timers are, you got to commit at least a second person when you're looking to take that outpost. It's just free. It halves the duration of the capture. And he had two boys nearby, but probably not the sort of timing that you want to put your most important hero in a dangerous position. And with that, Naga Siren's 25, so 10-second less cooldown on the mirror image. Now it's down to 15 seconds. Oof. Hope you like illusion spam.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not a big fan. Phoenix?
He's level 25, so he can afford to just spam this one out. He's got the Spell Prism as well. Just trying to delay things. Not have to have the Morphling buy back. Might be forced to, though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Have another glyph to look to reuse. They might lose some members, though, Imitator. Checked with the Aeodis, and now is the Queen of Pain going to be in some trouble? There's the first round of the Hex. There any more control for afterwards, and... Okay, Satoru's going to be able to get away. Phoenix is back alive, though. We got the Morphling up in 10 seconds. He's actually going to look to buy back. Supernova dropped in the middle. That's a lot of damage. I'll use the song to try and escape. Totoro, though, still holding place thanks to the egg popping. Can they get the return kill onto Ukyo? And it looks like that might be the case, huh? Waveforms over the top. It's a nice force up to reposition. The kinetic field's going to hold them down into place as well. So Ukyo is going to be okay for the moment. Team Bright, they have to reconsider, and they'll do just that. Looking to retreat back inside their base.
They need to retreat that far. You've got a heart. So Naga Siren is just going to be able to sit back on this high ground, relative safety. Now you don't need to worry about the Supernova, Rolling Thunder. Yeah, you still do a little bit, but you were able to get a buyback, more importantly, out of that Morphling. I think it came way too late. There was that situation where you had the... I think it was the Quap at the time that had gone behind the racks and had actually been hexed up and chain stunned, and they still didn't use the buyback at that stage. It felt way too late.
Yep.
All right, what's Dota Plus say now? 7%. I'd say that's optimistic.
Yeah.
You're already having a tough time dealing with the lanes. Now you've got no tier 3 tower for defense. You've got Tax, who, again, can just TP in at any time. You know the other two lanes are always going to be pressuring in, and he's just going to be spamming that Wrath of Nature whenever he's got vision of the next creep wave.
Horror.
Nope.
There's one of the first Hex. We've got a secondary follow-up as well. A lot of Hex, a lot of control. It's like it's not enough, though, Totoro. He's going to be okay. Phoenix still trying and provide some chaos into the middle. They want to take the team fight, though, on Radiant. They jump on over. They get the kill into the Disruptor, but the Pango will go down. He's got a buyback.
Tax is playing Rat
use it instantly. Meanwhile, Irving, he's in trouble for the Broodmother. Stuck inside the freezing field and make it to the cliff, but it will not matter. iG.Vitality find a couple kills, and like you said, Tax is on that rat duty as well, so
it just forced them back.
To fall.
That's what allowed them to kill Irving, right? You have to pay attention to this Nature's Prophet, or he would have taken your axe. And well, they're going to use everything here. This is their last-ditch attempt. They might get it.
That's a lot of damage. All right, Quap. She's going to go down. You need to get more out of it, though. I mean, you're about to be up against the world. One barracks left standing. Queen of Pain, she's even going to look to buy back as well, and they won't get any kills as a result of that. So Team Bright can look to reset, but I mean, all you need is just 1,000 damage on the melee, and now you've got the Megas, and already the map has not been too fun to play with for Brian. And now imagine what they have to go up against shortly.
Yeah, they'll give this Aegis over to Totoro with that buyback as well. They finally give the Nature's Prophet the Aghanim Scepter as well, so now he's got that as well to assist with just keeping these lanes in a really solid position.
where'd the other components go? That Roche. Refresh the shard on DQQ.
It's got the blink dagger, so why not? Pleated A on disc 2, so can afford to play a little bit more recklessly.
Morph has this rapier queued up. Not enough gold as well for it.
No, he's going to need to make a decision soon.
More Phoenix, he's going to start the fight before they get the damage item, the rapier.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's courier.
Oh, got destroyed. Oh, no. It died.
Creeps. Yeah, the creeps got it.
Oh,
It's on the ground.
they might. It is, and I don't think iG.Vitality noticed. How are you going to go pick that up, though? What a hex. Onto the Phoenix mid-dive. It'll be okay, though, with the telekinesis. Regardless, though, it's mega creeps. Someone's got to get that rapier.
Yeah, no one on iG.Vitality seemed to know. Do you go for, like, they got a ninja gear or something? They do not, unfortunately, but it might be honestly just worth a solo smoke out there to get it.
He's got to go. They're pinging.
Yeah, they're like, it's here, man.
Did you just like mass waveform in to the jungle? Maybe they think it's already picked up.
You can smoke.
I hope they don't think the Penko's Corey can get it.
Are scary.
Well, they just want to find where it is, maybe. Yeah.
They see it's still there.
Ukio's kind of patrolling around, though.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows. Well,
Courier has been killed.
now he does.
Oh, no.
They're going to give it to the guy with the Aegis, I'm guessing. Maybe the Prophet?
Are they baiting it?
I don't think so. The Spiderlings revealed all. Just indecision, man.
Yeah.
And now you've got control over this high ground. They're going to go for a smoke right now, but they could wait 10 seconds for this tier 5 items. Get a couple of them from the ancient camp and then go. They just feel like they're in such a strong position, though. 65k net worth lead. Nature's Prophet holding on to more than 10,000 gold right now. They got the jump.
Victoria, he's going to be in. There's the static storm onto the Broodmother, but there's going to be no follow-up. We can even... Oh, hang on. They might just feed the rapier back. What? Someone
Okay.
pick it up. All right, Hart's got it. What can he look to do now? Finally, his item has been reacquired. See him obliterated.
Yeah, you got waveform through. That's the power of the Morphling level 20 talent, right?
Oh, God.
All right, so it was a 65k net worth lead. Now we're at 48, so there is a chance.
Oh, do we get tier 5s as well?
I just really don't know why they didn't just farm them. Oh, they get a Book of the Dead as well, so you want even more potential to push it out. He sends it straight back. I would have summoned it and just thrown it out into the bottom lane. Why not? Giant's Ring. Oh, who's even gonna get that though? No one really wants to use that Giant's Ring.
Yeah. Someone's going to get out of the map and start farming.
Arcanasam is real nice though.
Are they just looking for the GG? That no one is considering about tier 5s here for Team Bright.
Makes sense. You're not going to have a Crystal Maiden for the next little bit. She doesn't have buyback, so at least you finally got an outnumber. His Phoenix, yeah, he's bought Boots of Travel 2 as well, so he's going to be able to join in onto a hero, have no chance of his TP being broken. Again, it's the same issue, though, that's plagued them all game. You're going up against this Nature's Prophet, you're going up against the Naga Siren Illusions, or the Fallen Sky, the Ex Machina.
The Ex Machina for Heart. Honestly, one of the better ones that he's... Yeah. So, what do we got for Dire at the moment? The only one that iG.Vitality aren't holding is that Fallen Sky.
It's probably the best one, to be honest.
Yeah, CM's got the Telescope at the moment. She's the only one without a tier 5.
You don't really want to go in like that, though, as CM. I'd prefer
Be
CM.
Chad, come on.
I prefer CM holding the Arcanist armor, to be honest. I mean, that even just the passive magic resistance that it provides is really good.
All right, now this is a nice cosplay of Australian spiders.
Oh,
This is what I see.
get that off a showcase for
Too often.
PDP.
Oh, can you buy BKB now for me, please?
Oh, I kind of wish he has all game because he's been getting screwed over by it a little bit.
How many did they get on Radiant? They've only got 2.
I actually just got shivers a little bit, honestly, seeing this.
Really?
I'm not going to look
that
at
bad.
it. Yeah, a little bit. You ever get like itchy when you look at something that makes you uncomfortable? I got a bit of that. Just going to go and look over at something nice.
Okay. Who? What?
The seeds of fortune.
Yeah, no, that's weird. You know, the Morphling's gotta be nice. It's just water, dude.
Yeah,
water coming,
the 2 pixels.
elixir of life. Hey, leave him alone, man. Has he got buyback
Needs a
yet?
remodel. Give me a Morphling remodel. Maybe that's what the patch is taking so long to do. Every day is an extra pixel added to his model. Well, they've given the Giants ring over to the Naga, so you've got massive Naga illusions coming in. Big mermaid mummies coming at you.
Do you have to consider out smoking someone to get into the jungle on Team Bright? Like, they're still missing 3 neutral items.
Can you afford to, though? You've got no vision. Like, have a look at what their VAP looks like right now.
Nothing.
The Radiant vision. Absolutely nothing.
You're down 50k, though. Like, then look, this game is it's somehow it's 16%, but you have to do something
It's
utterly
that
crazy.
That's giving him about 15 of that percent. Gaben values the clutch. All right, is there anything great that Rubik could potentially steal with the Aghanim shard as well? Is that going to really buff up anything? Freezing field? Not that important. Blink,
Phoenix? What's going on? Oh, will he be able to TP out? Looks like that's the case. They get vision.
He was trying to get out and get some neutral items, man. What more do you want?
No, he dropped the ward down as well. I like it. Seems like they're picking it out
gone.
straight away, though. So, dude, 359 gold for that ward. Phoenix is trying to get inside the Ancients, trying to maybe get a camp, but Ukyo's already there.
Well, they pop the Aeon Disc as well on the Rubik. God, get that spider off my screen.
He's so big.
There's a DD as well in the river that no one seemed to have scouted out yet. A little surprised that the Nature's Prophet hasn't just had a quick look, considering he's got no cooldown. What more could you possibly get on this hero? Like, is he giving moon shards to everyone? Yeah, he's given. I'm pretty sure he's given a moon shard to Quap and Naga and himself.
All right, come on. See him disrupt the next.
CM didn't go the attack speed against the Supernova. I'm devastated. When are you using Freezing Field this game is what I want to know.
Oh, farming freezing field.
True. That extra 50 damage. Big difference maker. What are they even waiting for? I mean, Roche is up.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Do they want another Rapier? He's got Desolator queued up on Tax. Full Rat Dota. Force a fight around Roche and then go for the rat play with your AC, with your Book of the Dead. Yeah, he's got Book of the Dead on NP. I think he wants rat.
Yep.
Probably give the Aghanim Scepter over to Quap this time? I don't know. Maybe CM. There's a refresher and cheese on the ground.
What the hell was that glimpse range? Rubik in some trouble. At least he does have a buyback. Can he get out of range of the Static Storm to play around with his own telekinesis? Looks like that will be the case. Imitator somehow still alive for the moment. Ukyo's going to be able to chase him down to the low ground, though. So, I got the kill in the end. He will be able to rejoin,
up for a good
though.
1 or 2 seconds. He could have gotten away.
They're going to look to actually try and take the team fight. Phoenix, they're onto the Nog, who didn't get the Aegis, but a great Force Staff helps him reposition. Meanwhile, over to the backline to Toro, trying to deal with a supporting cast. He'll force out a Supernova and look at the song to set up. But a great use of the telekinesis. Once again, Imitator's going to be able to protect the Morphling. They'll turn it back on a Phoenix. Aeon Disc holding strong, but it won't be able to help him against the Glimpse, so dragged away from the rest of the team. Phoenix is in trouble. The Pango will go down. The Taurus just making space for the Queen of Pain. He jumped into the middle though, so he's got to be cautious. But the Morphling
This has all been without Prophet.
having
Prophet's
a
just sitting
difficult
off to the
time to
side.
try and lock onto these targets. He's unable to get the right-click scout, and as a result, he'll end up going down. A buyback used instantly, but the Rapier has been picked up. The throne's now exposed. Looks like finally iG.Vitality should be able to do it. This Corp still has his second life to work with. I'll deal with the first life, but do have the damage to go through round 2, and it doesn't even matter. The throne already blows up. iG.Vitality, finally, they'll take it.
Rat Dota is alive and well, that's all I can say. Nature's Prophet finally able to reach up to that level 30 at the very end, an 80k net worth lead off the back of that. And, you know, we saw signs of life. Coming out from Team Bright. They took the first 3 Aegises. They seemed to be at a decent spot to win these team fights. But again, it just came down to the support duo for mine. It just way too passive. You can't really do anything off the back of it. Broodmother didn't really feel its presence all that much in that game. So you could really only have the Pangolier to deal with this split push that they just kept constantly trying to run at them. And, well, iG.Vitality, they didn't exactly have the strongest support duo for themselves as well to be able to make active plays. But the thing is, this was always going to be a great Naga Siren game. And then Nature's Prophet as well was able to get away with the greed because of how much space that he had to be able to farm.
It's definitely a bit of a weird game at Dota, though, where iG.Vitality, they always, I mean, they had the net worth lead for a vast portion of this game. I think the only Team Bright kind of up until that 20-minute mark, but it was only like 1,000, 2,000 gold. Regardless, like you said, they got all the ages, but it didn't really matter in the end. They weren't able to do a whole lot with it. So very interesting to see what we've got in store for us in our second game. We got the distance. It's another first game of the day where we get 60 minutes. Then I remember our debut yesterday went 60 minutes. We didn't get any T5 items, so this time we do, but wasn't really that exciting tier 5 Dota like we've
felt
come
inevitable
to love so far. Yes, it really did. It felt inevitable for quite some time as well. So it was just the closeout in the end. I mean, you even see at this stage have a 79,000 net worth lead. It probably would have been higher by the time Throne exploded as well. So overall, though, iG.Vitality, very well done. I'm also quite impressed with how the Quad was able to overall play this game.
Yep.
Yes, we spoke about he's got a very good matchup versus the Pangli. That lane and overall the early game went a lot better than